And because the nature of pleasure is one of diminishing return, we need more to get the same amount of pleasure that we had once experienced. Hi everyone, my name is Phi Thuy Nguyen. Welcome to my channel where we are dedicated in providing you with fresh, simple, and enriching content to help you live a more authentic, energized, and playful life. In a moment, I will share with you about addiction. But first, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and tap on that bell icon to receive notifications. My definition of addiction is simple. When you want to put something down but are unable. Another way of saying this is when you know it's better to stop or want to stop and can't. This happens at the physical, mental, and emotional levels. For example, you feel full and don't want to eat that second slice of cake. It would be simple to put the fork down, right? No. When we are addicted to food, the fork is glued to our fingers and that path from plate to mouth is automatic. Or when you know running those thoughts in our mind over and over again and again will result in sleep deprivation and reduced work performance, but we can't stop its incessant buzz. Or that overwhelming sadness or agitation that seems to be a constant current. We don't want to feel that way anymore, but we can't help it. The reality is we're all addicted to something. There's something that's difficult for us to put down, to no longer carry, to accept its expiration date, and to let it go. There are, of course, the big addictions that our society focuses on resolving, such as alcohol and drug addictions. And then there are the other more socially accepted addictive tendencies that we tolerate, making jokes about them, minimalizing them, making excuses for them. Just because an addiction is more socially acceptable doesn't mean they don't cause great harm. Before something becomes a big problem, it starts with a little drip. It's the repetition of an activity that gains momentum and unchecked takes over our life. What causes addiction? The pleasure in the experience. That pleasure brings us back to the experience over and over again, and we seek for and repeat that same pleasant feeling. And because the nature of pleasure is one of diminishing return, we need more to get the same amount of pleasure that we had once experienced. Hence the second slice of cake. There is a biological factor that affects the desire for a second slice of cake. It has to do with the chemicals in the body that gets used to that cake or the sugars in the cake. So between the mental habit and the biological factors, we are captive to the desire when it hits. What about the other two examples, the addiction to thoughts and emotions? We've all received the pleasure of thinking about a problem and solving it with our thoughts. We've all received the comfort from another when we are feeling bad. Everything we do, underneath it is a hope for a positive gain. Let's see this process unfold with this example. Poker. When you first play the game, you have fun. There's a sense of camaraderie with the other players. It's mentally stimulating to try and figure out the other player's hand. It's exciting to strategize the best way to win. All of that makes it easy to want to play it again and again. At some point, we need to bump the stakes up to receive the same pleasure. We may need to drink a couple more beers. We may need to place a higher bet. We may need to go to the casino instead of playing with friends. And then the process starts affecting our life negatively. We may spend money we don't have. Time at the poker table increases, while time with family and friends decreases. The consumption of beer affects our health. We become reactive as the conflicts in our life increase, while the quality of our life diminishes. And the pleasure we once received from poker flattens out because we may be sitting at the poker table, but our thoughts may be consumed by yesterday's fight about poker. We may be sitting there riddled with guilt, with fears, with insecurities. We know that it would be better if we could stop or at least have a handle over the game. But what we know and what we are able to do is at the mercy of the habit that has been formed. Now, if we could just experience each experience and enjoy it when it happens and not seek for it again, we would never be addicted. It doesn't mean we can't enjoy that experience again when it shows up in our life. It's the seeking that is the root cause of the addiction. The pleasure is the bait, and the seeking forms the habit. With addiction, it's best to seek professional help. The mind is very cunning, and once it is in its addictive loop, it is very difficult to decipher what's fact and what's fiction. If any of this has been helpful to you, please support us with a like, a comment, and also share with friends. I would love to hear what you got out of the video and what actions you will take as a result. And remember to subscribe to our channel and tap on that notification bell so you know when we've shared more good stuff. If you would like to receive direct mentoring from me, check out my Intro to Meditation course right here and my yoga course here. The way I teach is simple, experiential, and powerful. I support you through the entire process and also provide extra experiences beyond the scope of the course. Registration is now open for a limited time, so check them out. I hope to serve you in the course. Each course has its bonus gift, so click here and here to get yours. Have you shared your comment? If not, do so. I am interested in your thoughts and experiences. Take care of yourself well, and I'll catch you next time.